Hi, happy Sunday. My name is Shawnee Cannon, in case you don't know me. But anyway, I was hoping to share a couple of verses with you from last week's Come Follow Me, Mosiah chapters 1 through 3. And what I was really hoping is that you would also share a couple of verses, and so that we can have a dialogue back and forth. We're just so isolated and we don't get to see anyone, and I just really miss seeing people. I don't know about you, but it's kind of been a long time. So anyway, let me share a couple of verses, and then my hope is that in the comments down below, that you will also share some of your thoughts, either about what I talk about or any of the verses that you found that you really liked or that meant something for you this time around. Please tell us about it. And even better, please look at other people's comments and comment on their comments so that we can go back and forth and maybe kind of help take the place of a Come Follow Me gospel doctrine class. So anyway, let me share the two verses that I'm going to talk about. I put them both up in the post up above so that you can read along if you want to. And also up above is a story by President Nelson. It's a great story. It really helps communicate the idea that I'm trying to communicate this morning. It's only like 2 or 3 paragraphs long. It's not a long story at all, but it makes a great point. It makes it better than I could make it. So anyway, the first verse is Mosiah chapter 1 verse 7. And I'm not going to read the whole entire verse, just one line out of the verse. Anyway, it's, I would that ye should keep the commandments of God, that ye may prosper in the land. So my girlfriend and I had this really big discussion this past week over the word prosper and what it really meant. And my whole entire life, I kind of thought that prosper meant, temporal well-being, finances, wealth, riches, material things more. And I was not right. It means quite a bit more than that, bigger things than that. It's a bigger idea than that. And that's what I wanted to share this morning. And of course, President Nelson's story is great for that too. So please do read it. But in Mosiah chapter 1 verse 17, just a few verses later, it's talking about Lehi and his family when they were in the wilderness and when things weren't going so well. And it uses the word prosper, and this is interesting because at this phase in their life, it's not about making money or accumulating wealth. They're doing something very different. So listen to this verse. Therefore, as they were unfaithful, they did not prosper, nor progress in their journey, but were driven back and incurred the displeasure of God upon them. And therefore they were smitten with famine and sore afflictions to stir them up in remembrance of their duty. So there you have it. There the word prosper is used in a very different way. So the next thing I did is I went and looked the word up online just to see what some of the definitions were. And there were a whole list of words, and it just gave this the word prosper much more depth and meaning to me, and it made my study more meaningful. And I picked out a few of the words, but I just really love what prosper really means. And the words I picked out are bloom, catch on, produce, progress, bear fruit, do wonders, get there. That is a great word, prosper. It really is. And we're promised to be blessed that we will prosper. That means that well-being in a whole lot of different ways, and that our efforts will be rewarded. And I think that's the important part of that. Prosperity in the world's terms is not always really the best thing for us. And my husband Joel said something to me a few days ago, and I liked it so much that I wrote it down. So I want to share that quote with you. Joel said, most people in America spend money they don't have to buy things they're told they should have, and then they become indebted, and they end up more burdened and less happy. People think having things will increase happiness. It doesn't. People not having is the problem. People think not having is their problem, and that isn't the problem. Wanting is causing the problem. And I just thought that was a great insight, and I wanted to share that with you. And I know that at different times in my life, it's industry and resourcefulness that brings that satisfaction and that joy. So I wanted to share that with you this morning. Please do share some stuff and in the comments below, and let's have some let's share your thoughts on these scriptures. Thank you.